Getting through the holidays with no friends or family. I think it's an interesting topic, and I think it's top of mind for a lot of people around this time of year. So, first of all, I'm Justin. Welcome back to my channel. I thought I'd post maybe a series of lifestyle videos to talk about some interesting topics and see if I can get some help, see if I can help someone else, and just try to build some community around honesty and the truth. I was born in Detroit in the 80s, and I've always kind of been a different thinker, kind of an independent thinker. And it didn't lend to a lot of strong friendships growing up. I had a lot of casual playmates, but not a lot of sleepovers and not a lot of strong relationships. And because of personality and ideas about sexuality, I've never been close to my family either, outside of my very accepting, nuclear family. And so when I lost my parents 15 years ago for holidays, I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't realize how insulated my bubble was until it burst. And I think a lot of people go through that, not realizing, how cold the world really is. But for the last 10 or 15 years, I have spent, my holidays and vacations for the most part by myself. And for the first couple of years after I experienced, extreme loss, I was inconsolable. I would smoke marijuana, I would drink, I would do anything to avoid the day. I would eat terribly, but even then, I was building a foundation to have rituals for myself on the holidays, to plan days that were around relaxation, recharging, and days for me. So, one of the things I like to do is plan a non-traditional meal, whether it is seafood or barbecue or something that is totally opposite of, the traditional foods that holiday suggests. And for me, that's fun. So I like to get up on those mornings, have breakfast, wake up slowly, have some tea or some coffee, and do some self-reflection about the year. How close has the universe gotten you to some of the goals that you set for yourself for that year? We can find things, even as single people, even as people that are alone and folks that have experienced loss, we can still find things to be thankful for. And so think about, even if it's in your mind or jotting down, what your thankful list is. What were those things that you set out for at the beginning of the year that you have made some progress towards? And if you haven't hit those goals, what are some actionable things that you can do the following year, to get you closer to those goals? I think these are good days for self-reflection when you have the time, and perhaps the energy to get those things done. I personally love, the name of my channel is Movies with Justin. I am a huge movie fan, and a lot of good movies come out around Thanksgiving and around Christmas. A lot of the Academy Award nominated films are released on Christmas, just so that they have enough run during that calendar year to be considered for the Oscars the following year. So I love to treat myself to a movie in the afternoon, maybe late morning, after you've done some self-reflection and had your coffee and woken up slowly. I love to treat myself to a movie that day. Now, I'll be honest with you here on YouTube. I go to the Dollar Tree before and get my snacks, and because I cannot pay these exorbitant movie concession prices, but it's just between you and me. Treat myself to a nice movie, and then come home in the afternoons, 3 or 4 o'clock, and look forward to that non-traditional meal that I've prepared or gone out and bought for myself. This year, I am thinking about having barbecue. So what I'll do is go and get the barbecue the night before and have it ready for me for dinner that following evening. Have a really nice meal as I watch a TV show or listen to a podcast, whatever gets you there, gets you relaxed, and spend the evening lounging. You may buy something, let's say on Christmas, for yourself. And so that's the time you can use to experiment with the new game system, open up, new books for the first time. You may have bought some new artwork that you want to hang. So have something to do for yourself that, I don't care if it's selfish or not, but have something to do for yourself in that, that evening. And after you do all of these different things, you'll have had a full and fulfilling day. It is very easy to spend most of the day in bed in self-pity. And for several years, that's why we're talking about this, for several years, that's what I did. But getting up and taking a shower pays dividends for your spirit. For your own emotions. It's difficult to drag yourself, especially if you're going through depression after loss or for whatever reason. Sometimes it's difficult to do self-care on holidays or days where you really don't, want to be social or feel like it. But once you've done that, it does, like I mentioned, it pays dividends to you and it gives you a little bit of motivation. Wear something that you wouldn't normally wear, whether it's pajamas that you've been saving or a nice outfit so that you can, when you go out to the movies and hang out in the afternoon, you have, you feel good about yourself and not just the sweatpants and the t-shirt that you probably should have washed a couple days ago. Been there, you know what I mean? So what the point is about building healthy rituals and healthy traditions for yourself. They don't have to be about other people or having a large crowd around you, but build the traditions that make you comfortable. And eventually, you will start to look forward to these me days. Whether it's getting a massage, or listening to the music that you really love. You may not want to hear Christmas music, As I've gotten older and further away from loss, I do enjoy Christmas or holiday music, but a lot of people don't want to be reminded of what they don't have, of what was lost. And that's okay. For several years and for as long as you don't need to do that. Make the day around the things that you love, the music you grew up with. Watch your comfort movies if you don't feel like going out. What are some movies that put you in that cozy cottagecore vibe? Do you know what I mean? And start building the habit of making healthy rituals and traditions for yourself for Christmas. Next year, around the holidays, I'm planning to travel. And so that's an idea that gets you out of the house and not thinking about, the past and things that get you down. So let me know in the comments. I'm always searching for new things, new ideas, new ways to pass time. What are some things that you have done in the past during the holidays to get through? And what are your plans for this year? I'd love to connect with some of you and we can trade ideas and get to know one another. So I hope you have enjoyed this video about getting through the holidays without friends and family. And I hope you do have a wonderful holiday season. And stay tuned, watch the space, because I have a lot of interesting topics for us to talk about next. So have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon.